in all of my Bible verses, except for a couple. So we talk about first fruits, and we've had a good definition of what that is all about, meaning that freshest part, the beginning, not the ones that have been stored back in the warehouse for who knows how long, but the first and freshest. And that, of course, is supposedly Christ. If we are to believe what Paul wrote about Christ has been raised from the dead, the first fruits of those who are asleep. But I got a different take as I was digging into this. You know, Brother Fred, his Bible lessons are kind of like sipping from a fire hose. There's a lot of information there, and so much of it washes beyond you, and you have to grab those little tidbits as they come by. Thank you. I do, thank you, really. But I found this passage that he had thrown out there as something to get us to think about. 1 Corinthians 16, verse 15 starts, "Now I urge you, brothers and sisters, you know the household of Stephanas, that they are the first fruits of Achaia, and that they have devoted themselves to ministry to the saints." Okay, that's interesting. And in Romans 8, verse 28, we know that God causes all things to work together for good to those who love God and to those who are called according to his purpose. Something's starting to gel here back in the mush. And I'm thinking to myself, if Christ is the first fruits being raised from the dead, it stands to reason that other believers will be a part of the overall harvest. They got to come from somewhere. As stewards of the land, we plant, cultivate to assure yearly crops. Shouldn't we cultivate believers to assure a healthy harvest of those believers for the future? I'm talking lightning striking me as I'm reading and thinking about this. So I found out. Matthew 28, Jesus spoke, verse 19, "Go," and we know this is the Great Commission, "Go, therefore, and make disciples of all the nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, teaching them to follow all that I command you." That's what it all meant to me.